Good morning, everyone, and welcome to MSM This Week. If you noticed, you haven't seen me in a little while. I actually had COVID probably 3 weeks now ago. Not 3 weeks, but 3 weeks ago. So I've recovered, I'm back in, and I'm ready to go this week. So last week, or these last 2 weeks, actually, we've been talking about goals, right? Our goals within our own life, right? Going around whether faith-based, spiritual-based, physical, right? Getting stronger, getting faster. So today we want to talk about how goals get tough, right? So now we're almost at the end of January, and there's only 25% of people that make a New Year's resolution are still doing it. That's 1 in 4 people are still doing their resolution. Are you one of those 1 out of 4? Things get tough, right? By the end of January, and we're closing to it, right? Only 25% are still in their goals. So let's look at what we've learned so far from Nehemiah, right? Long ago, the city of Jerusalem was destroyed by an enemy army. God promised the Jewish people they would one day return to Jerusalem. The Jewish people slowly began rebuilding Jerusalem. Although people were living in Jerusalem, Nehemiah learned the walls were falling down. Nehemiah wanted to repair the walls to honor God and protect his people. For months, Nehemiah prayed, planned, and prepared. And Nehemiah asked the king to let him repair the walls. The king said yes, so Nehemiah recruited a team to help. But not everyone was excited about this idea. And that's where we get to today. Nehemiah 3, Nehemiah rallies a ton of people inside of Jerusalem and even outside of Jerusalem to come and build the wall. This wall represented a history of Nehemiah's people. It represented God and the history of Jerusalem and his promises. Nehemiah 2:3 says this, "Long live the king. How can I not be sad? For the city where my ancestors are buried is in ruins, and the gates have been destroyed by fire." Now I ask you this, how much does your hometown mean to you? How much do the people around you mean to you? How much do your family mean to you? Okay, we jump over to Nehemiah 4 now, and Nehemiah 4 talks a lot about people opposing Nehemiah, right? One of the main characters, one of the main, we can call them villains, is a man named Sanballat. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. But he mocked and discouraged Nehemiah and all the people building the wall and actually threatened to kill Nehemiah and all of the people working on the wall. Because the people outside of Jerusalem, one being Syria, right, were afraid that if Jerusalem built their walls again, that they would come to power and they would lose their power on the outsides of Jerusalem, because Jerusalem at one point was very, very powerful. But while these people were getting death threats and they were scared and fearful, Nehemiah did a few things that we want to focus on in our own lives. One, he took it to God. He kept taking it to God. What right now in your life are you fearful of or anxious about that you need to take to God? Nehemiah chose community. Nehemiah didn't just hide out in a dark room by himself the whole time. Nehemiah chose the community. He chose to go out and work with the people and to be with his people. And Nehemiah kept going. When times were hard, Nehemiah kept going. He never stopped. And that's what we want for you guys as well. So real quick, we've been in Nehemiah, but we want to jump to the New Testament now and show how connected they are. In 2 Timothy 1:7, it says this, "For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline." I'm going to read it again. "For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline." See, now, Paul and Nehemiah were not connected like you and I are. Paul and Nehemiah were connected by God. That the same fear that was in Nehemiah and his people, or the same fear in Paul and Timothy and their people. But also, the same God that came through for them was the same God that came through for Paul and Timothy. And it's the same God that will come through for you. When we have God-sized goals, the challenges and opposition we face can be a gift. The resistance helps us strengthen our faith muscles, grow in love, and develop grit. So just like Nehemiah, in times where you feel like nothing's going right and everything's against you, take it to God, choose community, and keep on going. Set those goals because it gives you an opportunity to hit accomplishments along the way. Guys, we love you. God loves you. We hope to see you soon. Please reach out if you need us. See ya.